His name is James Troisi, and according to those in the know, this young man could very well be Australia's next Harry Kewell. At just 18, he's a rising star after having been snapped up by Newcastle in the Premier League. And as Frank Pangolo reports, James's Adelaide family is not the only one to put everything on the line to give their talented offspring every chance to make it big.
Been working hard, just believing in myself, and now I am where I am now.
Your son's living his dream, but whether you want to believe it or not as a parent, you're there with him, and it is a dream that you're watching him live.
Dreams have to start somewhere. For 18-year-old James Troisi, his began right here, on a patch of grass in front of an old set of goalposts erected by his dad Albie at Flinders Park.
It's the only thing he ever had in his mind. I mean, there was nothing else. There's never talked about school, never talked about being a tradesman, never talked about going to uni. It was just one thing, and it was playing football.
You want to believe that, it's going to come true, and, it has, and obviously I'm very happy.
Flinders Park might as well be a million miles from here. St James's Park, home ground of UK Premier League giants Newcastle, famous for its passionate Geordie fans, known as the Toon Army, and where James Troisi is now a rising star.
It's crazy. It's a different pitch over there. The fans, and especially Newcastle, they got the Geordies. They're crazy, but it's fantastic, and hopefully there's more to come.
In just over a year, the Comets come from Nowheresville to land a sizable professional contract, playing alongside some of the biggest names in world football, then making a dream debut, scoring and starring for Australia's Olympic side in front of his family and friends living in Adelaide.
Just the whole attitude to his game and the way he sees it, it's on a lot more professional basis. He's starting to mix it with the big boys a little bit more, and where once maybe he was a little bit more tentative. But he's getting up there. A lot to learn, obviously, still. A hell of a lot to learn still. But he's definitely progressed very well, his stature as a player.
Senior Socceroos are tipping he'll be our next Harry Kewell. Right now, he's doing a grand job, making sure it doesn't all go to his head.
You get a pretty good salary too, don't you? How do you handle that?
Enough to pay the bills.
Well, it's only just started for you, hasn't it?
Yeah. No, as I said, I'm just going to keep working hard, stay level-headed, and we'll see what happens in the future.
But James Troisi's story isn't only about luck and talent. It's also about the hard work, dedication and personal sacrifices made by his mum Stasia and dad Albie.
He's always, got a ball in his hand, playing, inside the house. James, don't do that. You got a ball in the house, you're going to break things. But, you couldn't ever stop him from playing with the football.
He told me at 8 years of age that he wanted to improve his training and wanted to do a bit more training. So I used to get him up at 6 o'clock in the morning with the hope that that would die away.
Not a chance. So then Albie decided to start up his own academy for a dozen or so gifted kids with the same drive. He called it Burning Ambition.
Hey! Give me 10, come on! And up in the air, whoa!
Adelaide's own world champion kickboxer and martial arts expert, Master Vince Palumbo, taught them how to be nimble on their feet and keep a cool head.
What's the old saying? Dream, believe, achieve. Well, these kids are on their way to doing that.
But sacrifices don't come any harder than that of the Masiskas, splitting up the family 3 years ago so 17-year-old Massimo could try his luck in Italy.
Someone's got to keep an eye on this one.
Well, I'm lucky, aren't I? To have a family that will let me go overseas. Not many families let their kids just go overseas and do what they want to do, follow their dream.
Massimo's a close mate of James and one of the Burning Ambition kids. He lives in Rome with his mum Anna, while his dad Luigi, an occasional junior coach, supports them from here working as a concreter.
How did you survive that?
Bit hard. Bit hard, but you got to do what you got to do. Simple as that.
Certainly was a lot of times I wanted to come home. Even my parents, my dad had said to me, come on, come back. It's no use, just come back to us. And I said, no, I'm not going to give up.
Adelaide United's new star signing, Paul Agostino, knows what it's like to leave your family behind when you're still only a kid. 16 years later, he's come back home with a wife and 2 young children of his own after an illustrious career abroad, mostly in Germany.
I was of the opinion, and I didn't regret it, if there's a chance there, grab it with both hands, because you don't know if another one's going to come along.
This one here, it's a nice record. I got to keep always in here. Never take it off from this world.
Good.
All right.
Don't for a minute think James Troisi will ever forget where he comes from. Before heading back for the gruelling pre-season in Newcastle, he's been catching up with his mates and grandparents. One set of Greek, the other Italians. And you won't find a more prouder union of Australia's multicultural heritage.
You can't really do it unless you really love it. So you got to love what you're doing, believe in yourself and work hard, and don't let anyone tell you different.
And your dreams will come true?
Dreams will come true.